am Peter, and this is the Explorer system. This is my introduction video. Luca wrote down some questions for me to answer. So we're gonna do that. Warning, this may not be highly edited because I'm gonna run out of here and Luca is tired from finals today. First question, what's it like being a fictive of a fanfiction? So, I would think it's better in ways than being, I don't know, but in my opinion, from my experience, it is better than being sourced from an outside media because you get more, there's more control and there's more, you can generate yourself more like content of your source, or you can make your host do it. But yeah, I like it personally, and I'm glad to know that even before I formed as an alter, I brought Luca comfort. Second question, do you miss your source family? Yes and no. It's important to note that I am not my source. I am me. I am my own. But, I mean, the idea of them, I miss it. Like, the idea that I had this whole big support group that was also, like, vigilantes that saved the world was really cool. But I mean, Luca does have a big support system here in the real world, and so I'm not necessarily lacking in that, but I don't know. Sometimes I wish I could just disappear into my source, but sometimes I'm glad I'm not there. I'm happy to be here. What's your favorite color? Luca knows this. He wrote this for you. It's brown, like this. I go on Pinterest a lot and just save a bunch of images of like people in brown sweaters and stuff. It's so cute. And like fall and the cozy vibes. This isn't really my style, but it was the only brown thing that was actively in Luca's closet. So brown. Fourth question, how do you like the other alters? Some of them can be kind of brass. I noticed that's kind of a little bit of a theme, and I think it's because of history of not being able to be brass in the body. I don't know. So like Lewis is really blunt, Kevin is blunt and a little mean. Loki, the newest guy, he doesn't have a filter of any way, shape, or form, as we quickly learned after he split. Let's see, who else? Lucy is also kind of blunt, but she's very supportive of when I'm feeling feminine, and we have little almost like girls' days in the headspace sometimes. That's fun. Sometimes Lavender comes, but sometimes we want just the older kids. Lavender, speaking of her, she's the sweetest girl you've ever met. She just has a million questions but doesn't want to pry. Lily is also sweet. Not as many questions, but just, you know, she's a child. I don't talk to her that often. Same with Flash. He talks very fast and is kind of overwhelming sometimes for me to be around. And Xander, the one who looks after them, doesn't talk much. I talk quietly, as you can tell, but Xander, like, doesn't talk very much. So, and Luca, of course. Luca's like, I mean, other than fake generated headspace memories, I've only actually like really talked to Luca, and I don't know. He's nice. He's still freaking out over the whole being a system thing. You know, that's why Loki split. So, yeah, those are my opinions overall. Did I miss anybody? Probably. Question number 5. When did you come to be? So, Luca started getting into the DCU, right? Or we started getting into the DCU. I don't know. These are memories I'm getting from the others. But Luca started getting into the DCU as a way to make up for some back when he doesn't want me to share that actually. Sorry. He started getting into the DCU. I've said that like 3 times, and was talking to a friend about how Jason Todd would be a really good dad. And I believe at this point he was having a rough patch with our father out in this world. And so he tried writing a self-insert fan fiction where it was him getting adopted by Jason Todd, but you know, Luca's not good at writing self-inserts. I don't know. They always become their own characters. And so around that time, I started to form, but I stayed in the headspace. I don't think I had very much passive influence on Luca, but I mean, he found joy in writing that, and that's good to know. He still finds joy in writing it for me because I feel happy having him write it, and I guess it's bleeding into him. But I like to think he also just likes writing it. Yeah. Last question so far. Do you have a known job, or do you just exist happily in the system? I've been working on updating the headspace. Right now it's just a tower with a tunnel in it. And I don't like that. It's like the Teen Titans tower, except it's shaped like an L because of the tunnel coming off of it, and I mean, I get we have a lot of L names in systems. Lucy, Lewis, Loki, Luca, Lavender, Lily. Holy shit. But I'm not an L name. There's Xander, yeah, so, but thinking a cozy little cabin, but not everyone likes the woods, so I don't know. I think I'm somewhat of a headspace manager. I fronted once, and I was really excited to see what it would be like, and it wasn't like all I dreamed of. I talked to Luca's friend a bit. It was awkward. It's not like they did anything wrong. I just didn't like fronting very much. So, yeah, I think I'm a headspace manager. I don't know. I also hold some of the social anxiety. I think I'm noticing. That's why I talk so quiet. Yeah. So those are the questions. My name is Peter. And it's nice to meet all of you. You can follow Luca's private Twitter account where he talks about us more. It's Rio, RYW, but cool, 8878. And there's also Rio but cool .straw.page if you want to send anonymous questions. We'll probably get another account sometime. Anyway, that's my introduction, and we're the Explorer System.